Hello one and all, I'm GrimpaulCheese and welcome back to Dark Souls. So when we last left off, we, got two shiny trinkets from killing a giant gargoyle and his brother. We managed to get this shiny helmet off the first one and the halberd off the second. Both of them are very, very shiny, except from the halberd's a bit, rustic and a bit dull looking, but either way, the helmet is so fancy. I mean, look at those, fawn-like wings we got on it. Maybe we can make them flap. Maybe, possibility. But either way, we are now, got some actual clothes on us. We're not so naked anymore, but alas, we're now undead. I bet you're wondering, why are we undead? It's mainly because I saved my mental health by throwing off myself off a cliff rather than actually fighting an invader. Here's a clip of me doing so right now. Whee! So, yeah. That was basically a nice fun time, and we managed to ring another bell. We just need to ring the last one. Where is the second one? Well, we need to go off and find it. That is the main goal right about now. So, the first thing we need to do is actually find that knight. Now, that knight we saved from the cell, he was ever so shiny, never so wonderful, and never so pretty. Hopefully, he'll give us some nice, lovely armor, and maybe a nice, lovely sword. Well, we never know. He might just give us a shiny token. Well, the possibility is that, but you never know. And let's test out this nice, lovely halberd. It's nice and lovely, a bit of range in it. A bit slow, mind you, but what it makes up with the... Oh, we can have a shield. Wonderful. If we wanted to, we can dual-wield them. But if we wanted to, we can just spin. And that will basically kill anything we ever wanted to kill. Sadly, we can't actually upgrade the halberd, I don't believe. I think we need a special kind of upgrading material. Now, the way we find our brass, shiny-looking friend that's covered in bling is by going back to the very beginning where we came from. By going there, he's just sitting there, but just enjoying the view. I mean, who doesn't want to enjoy the view? I mean, it's quite a pretty view, if you ask me. So, there we'll encounter him, and we're also going to take this nice, lovely ride. It's also so fast, and you might feel like chucking yourself off the ledge. Well, you might, the possibility, but hey, I don't really feel like doing that today. Also, I forgot to grab this up here. I forget what it is, but what are you? You are a soul, so it's just another person who seemed to slunch over and enjoy the view of this brick wall. That brick wall was not very nice. No wonder you died. You probably got so depressed. I mean, I would get depressed if all I had to do is look at that wall and my legs crippled. I'm just presuming his legs were crippled, because why else wasn't he just chuck himself down the well down there? Now, do you have your lady? No, you don't. It's just you alone. Okay, very well. Eventually, he'll gain some more friends, and we can talk to his friends, but that is neither here or now. And we need to go locate our little friend of ours. Now, I believe our friend should, in fact, be down here. Should be. Well, I don't know if he is or not. There he is. Hello. Cool, look at him. Doesn't he stand out in a bit, doesn't he? I mean, look at this. It's all rustic and all decrepit. And look at him. He's ever so shiny, yellow and golden looking. He's ever so beautiful, ever so handsome, ever so charming. Hello, so where's my reward?
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
Ah, sunlight medal, eh? Do you have anything else to give me?
I am grateful to you for freeing me. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
Okay, I think the prison life has made him slightly a bit bonkers, a bit insane, a bit cray-cray. So either way, we got a sunlight medal. I did not show you what the sunlight medals do, but we got two of them. The badge of the ultimate honor. I guess it is, I guess it's good enough, really. I mean, for him to give us a badge of ultimate honor to us, I mean, what else is a greater honor than that? Well, he is a knight after all, and honor's the main thing, right? So, this is a faintly worn medal engraved as a symbol of the sun. It's the ultimate honor, awarded to those who summon a warrior of sunlight and complete a goal. The symbol represents Lord Gwyn's firstborn, who lost his deity status and was expunged from the annuals, but the old god of war still watches closely over his warriors. So this is a symbol of the old god of war who lost his deity status, so he could be any single one of us. In fact, it could be me! Highly unlikely, since I'm Mr. Fibbles, not the deity of war. I'm just a simple man known as Mr. Fibbles. So we got a nice lovely thing, and I also forgot to show you what the Twin Humanities does. The Twin Humanities is one of the most rarest items in the game. One of the most, not the. Now, Twin Humanities gives you a full heal and gives you 2 humanities. Well, it kind of says it's a name, really. Now, you can only get 3 of these just by picking them up. I don't think any enemies actually drop them either. I don't think it's free. I mean, it's, well, round about a handful of twin humanities in the game itself. It's the same description as the, yeah, it has the same description as the humanity itself. It's just got a bit more of a description in the what it actually does itself. It's very rare, very, very rare. So if you ever got them, save them for one of those covenants. The covenants, well, in this game, require you to donate something. It requires you to do something, grind something, or give humanity. Humanity itself is, well, easy to come by. Rats actually drop them, because after all, they gnaw on the dead, and so on and forth. So, when we spoke to the guy up there, when I mean this guy up here, I mean this lovely gentleman right here. He told us about the bell. Now, do you have anything else to talk about the bell?
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
It truly will be suicide, as it's a very hostile place where we're gonna go. A very, very hostile place. Do you know anything about it in particular, my good old friend, old pal, or chum?
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
I don't know if going absolutely crazy and out of my mind could solve some things. Perhaps it would reduce a lot of worries I've got on myself, but other than that, I don't really think it'd do anything. I mean, who would look after my lovely, lovely hair? I'd be like bald, or like those other hollows. Would you like to be bald? I wouldn't like to be bald.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collect it bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
So what he means by that is either you get summoned to a whole new world of an alternate universe and you help another man from another time period, and by helping him we become, well, human once again by travelling in between worlds, in between dimensions. Or we could go over and go into that man's world and basically give a good old 1-2 shivs, chop chop. And in the end we just take his soul, eat it ourselves, and there we go, we become nice and human, nice and plump, and not so grossly, disgustingly awful looking. So it's good to him to tell us. I mean, we could kill him, but I don't really feel like killing him. After all, he hasn't done anything to hurt us. I mean, he seems like a nice gentleman. He seems to be a bit down in the dumps, but hopefully we can give him a nice cake in the end. I wonder if there's actually any ingredients to make a cake. Maybe we'd just like some icing. Ah, I've got an Estus flask out of nowhere. Basically, the way that happens is, in another dimension, if someone kindles a bonfire, somewhere, anywhere else in that area, will actually gain an Estus flask. I believe it's everyone else in that every ultimate dimension, I believe. It's always random. I don't know. But either way, I know it's through kindling. So, have you got anything else to say to us, my good old chum?
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
That is true. He is actually a fierce warrior. If I go over and try and chop him in two, well, we might get chopped in two ourselves. After all, look at his shiny armor. I mean, we're not wearing any armor, we're just naked, we're wearing a thong. Maybe he likes my thong. Maybe it appeals to him. Maybe he wants to trade my thong for his set of armor. Hey, do you want to have my thong?
Don't you ever think to forge your weapons? You'd better find a smith box soon, unless you enjoy swinging about with blunt instruments.
You're avoiding the question, but either way, I will not trade my sword, well, my lovely, lovely sword, as ever so sharp, for your, well, your rusty, dented armor. I mean, this sword has been through wars, you know? But either way, we're going to talk to him a bit more, and see what else he's got to say to us.
What's wrong? Get a bit of a scare out there? No problem. Have a seat and get comfortable. We'll both be hollow before you know it.
Yeah, so he's just sitting here wasting his life away because he feels like he can't do anything. Well, that's not the attitude you should have, my good old friend. You should pick up your sword and we should, well, go out and pillage everyone. We should have some fun, you know? Unless you like staring at fire, you like setting fires and things, that's your type of fun, then, hey, you didn't set fire to everything. I mean, everything looked beautiful in the end. Well, when it's on fire, mind you. Not afterwards. Afterwards, a bit like, yeah. But either way, we need to go onwards. We need to find a place to go. Now, the way we need to go is down to the bottom of the world. Well, not the bottom of the world, more to the bottom of the city. Now, if we had a master key, we could actually go this way and skip a good portion of the game. Well, good portion of the early game, mind you. And you could skip out on perhaps the bit I absolutely detest about this game. Now, the way you do that is you go down here, and you take that elevator. Now, this elevator here takes you to an awful, awful place that we should not even attempt to even go to. But nearby, after you take this elevator down, will be a door. If you go to that door, then you practically just finish the area right there and there. But you need the master key to unlock it, sadly. And I do not have the master key because I went with the black fire bombs. Sadly, they didn't come in use for the gargoyle and he ended up having to become human, but that's not the point of it, right? I mean, the point of it is to show you the game. So, the next way we have to do it, about a proper way, is by going back into the Undead Burg. Now, we got a key in the parish. Now, this key happens to be... where is it? The basement key. Now, this basement key leads to Lower Undead Burg. That's exactly where we need to go. We need to keep going down and down and down until we find a bell. Why there's a bell at the top of the sky and why there's a bell in the depths of hell? Well, I don't truly know, really. Well, I guess no one really knows. Why on earth would everyone... Well, someone put a mystical bell that has some type of, well, wondrous enchantment on it in the depths of... the underground. Unless it's a giant earthquake that sends it all the way down into the bottom of everything, then I'm not going to judge it ever so much. Only ever so slightly, you see. So we just need to fight our way to the Undead Burg. Well, you've seen this once before, but I'll show you once again, just in case you are unsure how exactly you get to Undead Burg. Well, Low Undead Burg, that is. But sadly, we're not as fast as we once were. We're just this halberd kind of weighing us down. I mean, it's a bit encumbersome. I mean, if you look at it, it's ever so big and ever so sticky. Well, even by sticky, it's like a giant shaft. I mean, look at his shaft, right? I mean, how are we meant to keep an eye person? I mean, that man was stuck. I mean, now he's going to fall into the depths. Goodbye. Oh, no, he's going to land right... Oh, no, he face on the floor. Okay, I guess that's normal. But if you see, where on earth are we putting that halberd? I mean, if you look, it just disappears. It was seeming like putting it into our thong, or maybe we can just shove it down our leg, because after all, we have got multiple holes in our body, and maybe just one is big enough to fit the halberd in it. Even the halberd is actually bigger than us in general. Maybe it's collapsible, and we can just stuff it into our chest. That would be amazing, a collapsible halberd. We need to invent that, unless it's already a thing, and I'm done. I bang the wall. One of the problems with big weapons in tight spaces like this is if I try and do that again, I'm just going to keep clanging the wall. And by doing that, I'm wasting durability on the weapon and wasting my stamina and leaves me open for a good old shiv into the gut. We never want that. But either way, this rat has possibly dropped some humanity. And it did. So if you ever want to grind humanity in this game, just keep killing rats. I mean, they're wonderful. I mean, they're giant rats, and they're, well, massive, and they're kind of rotting looking. I mean, they're already undead, right? Just play their bodies until they drop humanity. That's what I do. But either way, he's stuck in my leg. So let's go on with the rat in tow. Most out of the rat didn't stick with us very long, since my leg just seemed to be phasing through his body, ever so slightly. Now, we don't have to go too far. We don't have to go all the way through this place. Luckily, anyway. We can just go through just a small bit. We have to get to the first bonfire, and then once we're through the first bonfire, we take the ladder upwards, like we went before, but we actually go up the bridge. Now, the ladder itself is an easier way to do it other than doing a long walk. I mean, it's like walking to Isengard back and forth, but no one wants to do that. I mean, there's orcs everywhere and undead. I mean, who really wants to fight the orcs and the undead over and over again? Probably the people who like a good battle, like the Norse. But sadly, the Norse are all dead. Unless you're Norse right now, then praise Odin. So, it's literally not too far. You have to go into the bridge and go all the way back up to there. That's all you have to go. And that's easy as that. But sadly, it does not unlock one of the doors to the Undead Burg, because it sadly requires more of a... Well, oh, I'm surprised I dodged that, but it requires more of a thing to be opened from the other side than an actual key to shove into the lock. Again, we could open it with our hands, but that requires us to get tinnitus. But who really wants to have tinnitus in this day and age? Probably everyone, actually. Everyone had it. I mean, everyone touches this rusty metal stuff. I probably have it right now by touching this bronze handle. Most likely. So, the way we can go, the way I was talking about the shortcut, is in this very place, where I am. There's... Oh, God, I did not know. No, okay, wrong dive roll. Sadly, with all of this awesome, axe, it's... Oh, it makes me way down. I thought you died. I said, die. There we go. A good old multiple shiv in the gut, and he's just been disemboweled everywhere. Sadly, there's no gore in this game. There's just a bit of blood, but there's no guts, limbs, and all sorts of body parts scattering all across the wall, the ceilings, and, well, the floor. So this is the shortcut I was talking about. Sadly, it does not open from this side. Well, we could do it. We could pry open the ivy and just do it that way, but to be honest, do we really want to touch the ivy? Do we really want to become itchy? I mean, if we get itchy, we might drop our blade by accident, but to give ourselves a good old scratching. Be like a cat, really. But we're not a cat. We are a butterfly type thing. I was saying we're a butterfly because of our helmet. To be honest, it's a bit strange that we are just wearing a helmet and a thong and nothing more, nothing less. You would think we'd at least wear like a pair of shorts or maybe some trousers, just to cover up, make ourselves look decent. But sadly, we don't have any good trousers or any shorts. We couldn't even rip them off and just make a makeshift, kilt. We could do that, but it'd take some time, So we need to basically open that door. That's a nice good old shortcut. And the way we do it is by going up that ladder right there. Now, this also takes us to the parish. I bet you're wondering why didn't I just go through the parish? Well, the parish have to fight all those undead and go all the way backwards. Now, going backwards is harder than going forwards in this game, mainly because all the enemies are basically jam-piled against the door you want to go against, and as soon as you go to that door, all the enemies are going to basically like, oh, hello, you're back again, and repeatedly just chop at my limbs. But this does involve outwitting that dragon right there, or that drake, in other words. Now, what we can do is kill everyone. Yep, there we go. Oh, no, jump down it. Oh, there we go. I should heal first. Now, what I need to do is trigger the dragon and then run across to the very other side of this bridge. I keep saying dragon, but it's actually a drake. But you would nevertheless understand what I mean. So do that, then once it ends... Oh, God. Oh, I got caught in this. Never mind. Right, let's heal again. I should actually take the bonfire down here, just in case I don't really make it. I also should make myself fast. Let's de-equip the halberd for now. Now, am I fast? I am fast. Great. So let's take the bonfire, just in case I get incinerated. I don't want to walk all the way back. Takes a while to walk down the ladder, sadly. So take the bonfire. There we go. Got a nice... Oh, we actually could get a level, actually. Let's get a level. We got the souls for it. So what should we level? We level strength. Oh, we can't level, actually. We need 800 more souls. That's sad. But hopefully I might get it one day. One day. So we're making our way up this ladder. I mean, really, this ladder, I'm surprised we managed to throw it down, really, because it's all rusty. You'd think it would all just be locked up. Or someone put a chain around it. Maybe. Possibility. Unless we just got such might with our foot that we just managed to kick it down. So, trigger the dragon once again. And now everyone's dead. Now you could grind souls here. You get 500 every attempt, which is not too bad. Now, let's try and sprint. For the love of God. Oh, are we going to make it? We didn't get hurt too much, actually. So let's go over here and just heal ourselves and wait for the dragon to breathe again. Now, if we go down here, actually, our friend Solitaire won't be here, sadly. He's moved on. He's moved on, he has stopped blazing in the sun, and he's going to try and find another view to watch it, and he's trying to get more friends. I don't know what he's trying to make some type of crusade about, but maybe it's a crusade to get his own son. Maybe he wants to make the Tower of Babel. Possibly. I mean, I'm not going to blame him. I mean, who doesn't want a good old son, right? There's a possibility that everyone wants a good old son in their life. But we need to unlock this door right here. That's what the basement key is used for. So if we could do this before the dragon gets angry... So there we go, we're now down here, and we have encountered one of the longest ladders in history. This is perhaps, I'll probably say, the 10th biggest ladder I've ever seen in any video game. The first one being Metal Gear Solid 3, and where a whole entire song is played while you go at it. Again, why don't they just make a good elevator? I mean, there's elevators everywhere. You should take some stairs as well. A nice stairway could be fun to go down. I mean, if you get a giant sled and just go around it with a nice giant piece of string, could be fun, you never know. So now we are in Lower Undead Burg. Now, Lower Undead Burg is a very, very unsociable place. Now, here's the stairs I was talking about, and it'll lead us to the shortcut with all the poison ivy. But we need to be careful, because that is a bottomless pit. so that we don't want to get impaled or get our head crushed open by, well, crushed open, I mean split open, on some rocks. When I mean crushed open, I mean it practically gets impaled and smashed into a million little pieces. I'm sure that's what happened right here with his bloodstain. But we angered people. Ooh, that's what I mean, but you need to be careful, because that could easily been our death. So we angered some people up there, but that shouldn't really matter right now. But either way, we are in the lower Undead Burg. Now, in this place, it is a ruin. It is a shabby ghetto of the undeadness. Now, that is a dog. Dogs are awful. They are one of the main sources of bleed. They are very fast and deserve nothing more than being kicked and shivved, because they are awful. If they attack you, they'll do massive bleed damage. Bleed damage is not actually too fun to deal with. Like that. See that massive amount of bleed. If we get too much bleed, we'll basically, well, lose half health. Oh my god, there's more than one dog. There's more than one dog. Okay, shiv. Okay, blood loss. I died. Yeah, so, that's what you don't like the dogs. Dogs are awful. I didn't actually notice I angered 2 of them instead of 1. I was hoping I did 1 instead. So we need to run all the way back, but luckily we got the shortcut. That was the main point of that little trip we did all the way around on the bridge. We could have got there halfward and we could have did a nice bit of spin, but where's the fun in spinning to winning, right? After all, good old longsword. Okay, spinning to winning might actually be ideal here, but right now we just need to be careful, because longsword is small a bit. Where did you come from? Where did he come from? I have no idea. Did I kill 4 people? I did kill 4 people. I have no idea where he came from. Well, yes, but having a good old longsword is a bit of a problem, since it's not so long and it's not so sharp as some of the other weapons we got. Well, it's actually sharper than the majority of the weapons we actually own, but that's not really the problem that we actually have right about now. It's the range. Dogs themselves, they lunge. They have a good old lunge and grab a hold of your arm until they rip it off, because after all, we're just a pile of bones right about now. Now, we did anger 2 of them, it seems, but I don't want to go down anymore. Okay, you need to stop that. Okay. You stop that. There we go. Oh, look at that close bleed damage. I mean, look at this. There's one more dog down here. I know that for a fact. A goddamn thing. But there's also things down here that will ambush us. Now, as you can see, this place is a bit of a ruin. It could be someone hiding down in that dirt. And it could pop out and basically be like, surprise! And just basically like, throw a giant ball of fire in my face. It's a possibility. Now I need to wait for that dog to notice me. He noticed me. I need to target him. There we go. Oh. Let's see if we can just kill. You know, you need to stop dodging me. It's not very nice, you know. Come on, stop it. There we go. That's the majority of the dogs taken out. And now we can explore the place. Now, we could have a nice barbecue right about here with all these burning bodies, but to be honest, I don't really want to have burning body essence on my, well, marshmallows or hot dogs or whatever you use in the barbecue to eat nowadays. Well, nowadays, I probably didn't have hot dogs. I probably just had a giant steak, just threw a cow in it and just ate the cow. As soon as it was a nice, well, food from it. Well, nice, cooked, I mean. So, we could go multiple directions. We could go that direction. Now, this direction has this door. Nope, it's not that door I was thinking of. It might be this door. Yes.
Somebody. Please let me out of here. Somebody. Anybody. Help me. Unlock the door. Damn. I'm finished. How did this ever happen?
Don't worry, I have a key. And we use the key, and there he is. Hello. Now this man is far dressed than us, and he's got a stick in his hand. Now that's a literal stick, not a stick with a giant pokey metal bit on the end. It's just a plain old gnarled wooden stick. But he's actually dressed. I mean, look how formally he's dressed. He's clearly someone of some renowned purpose. So hello.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, a sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
Well, it's no problem. Perhaps one day you could give me one of your fancy clothings. Maybe you can give me your shirt. I could do with a shirt. It's a bit nippy nowadays. Well, down here it's a bit more warmer than normal, but you understand, it's winter's coming, you know? So what else are you going to tell me? You're going to give me anything?
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery. And I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
Oh, and what's an important task? Will you tell me?
Oh, hello.
No, you won't. Okay.
Besides,
You would think if he's a sorcerer, he could just teleport through this door, or just make this door randomly combust. I mean, that's what wizards do, right? But I guess this was his friend back here, or he did it to his friend. That's why he was locked in here. Maybe that's why people were so angry with him. So let's try and unlock his friend, and what did his friend have? What do you have on your little thong in there? You have cloves! And a stick! So this was, in fact, his friend, and he probably murdered him in cold blood and tried to hide him by sticking him in his little casket. But someone was upset by hearing all the screaming and, you know, him telling him to be shush and all of that. And someone locked him in. That's probably what most likely happened. I mean, I would do that myself. I'd lock him in here so he could starve to death. But I've released the murderer, and hopefully he won't murder me by stuffing me in one of his casts. I just need to make sure I don't go to sleep around this guy. That is, if I can actually sleep at all, regarding him actually undead. But we actually got some clothing. Now, his clothing is actually quite decent. I mean, look at those resistances for that weight. I mean, it's got 2.3 weight. I mean, this has 6.6. And it has nearly as much as, well, armor resistance as this. Well, armor resistance really doesn't make any sense. I mean, protection from the physical damage. Yes, that's about it. So, sorcerer stuff all has the same descriptions. It's a cloak worn by proper sorcerers who studied at Vinheim Dragon School. The majority take pride in having studied at the academy and look down on breaking the formal dress code established for sorcerers. So basically, they're a whole pompous bunch, and they care about dress codes and everything. So, I wear this. Now, is it as good as what you're wearing? No, you're wearing something more blacker than mine, but either way, look how fancy I look. I mean, look at that dress. Now, I got some trousers, I believe. Did I get some trousers from that? I believe I did. I got some gauntlets. Now, the gauntlets should have the same thing. Yes, it's the exact same thing as it said as the shirt we're wearing, or the dress either way. So the trousers, we got some boots. The boots say the same thing, and these are the only pair of actual trousers we actually own. So now, we are no longer barefooted anymore. I mean, look at that. We're actually wearing shoes. Who could have guessed in a land so decrepit that shoes itself would have been so hard to come by? You would think everyone would be wearing, like, some type of wooden sandal or some sort. But apparently no. People don't believe in shoes or socks. People just believe in going barefooted and contracting all sorts of foot germs and so on and forth. So let's also wear that lovely, lovely gauntlet we're wearing. Now, we're a full sorcerer. Now, someone could mistake us for being a magic caster regarding we nicked this guy's clothes. It's kind of funny that he's the exact same size in clothes as I am. It's kind of interesting, really. But either way, it's kind of a blessing. So now we are fully clothed, and we can actually go on forth. We could actually introduce ourselves to a lady, perhaps, and actually gain some respect from her, and she won't think I'm some type of scantily clad stripper or something. Well, I personally think I was a scantily clad stripper. So down there seems to be some type of, well, peasant revolt. I mean, there's no pitchforks, but there is a lot of torches. Oh, there's a man right there, too. I mean, are they friendly? They look hollow. Are you hollow? You're kind of bald. Hello? You seem friendly so far. Oh God! Oh God, fire! Fire! No! Oh my God, they tried burning me alive! The cats! Okay, they have a lot more range than I do. And there's a lot of them. Oh, dodge roll. There we go. We need to be careful with these people. Because luckily, we actually have a shield. Now, this shield has 65% fire resistance. So we are immune to 65% of their fire damage, which is wonderful. Now it's 3 of them. Now, when you encounter 3 people with torches, you must never anger them because they can set us alight. Especially now that we actually have clothes. This could actually be a bad thing getting clothes right about now. Stop it. There we go, he's gone. He's waddling towards me. Sit down, me. Are you friendly? No, you're not friendly. Nope. Okay, you're gone. And you want to set me on fire as well. What is people with fire? Now, what was so important that they had to burn this person alive and, well, it looks like stake him into the gut into this, well, metal fence. So what was on you? Twin Humanities, one of the rarest items in the game. I would say it's one of the rarest. The most rarest is the Goddess Blessing, which is one of the starting gifts, which is a full heal and can get rid of everything, including curse. So what is down here? So down here should, in fact, be one of the ambushes. Now, people could pop out the soil, as I said, be surprised, and then ship me a bunch, but little do we even know that in these doors is actually them themselves. Sadly, we can't look into the doors because the camera stops us, but if we walk all the way down here, look, you can see some shoes. If you look carefully in that door, underneath you can see some shoes. So you know they're civilized, and they probably nicked it off someone. So if we walk down here, suddenly the door barges open. And then people with knives come out. Now these people, they can actually backstab you. They are awful people to fight, but they can't riposte. Right, so that person's almost dead. We need to make sure he does not heal, because these people are nasty to deal with. Remember, never let them behind you. Oh no, oh god! Oh, there goes my throat. And a kick in the back. You know, it really wasn't nice of you. You know what you get from that? You get a good old slash in the goddamn ribs. Now, we could just drag all these bodies into the fire. In fact, that could pay this person back. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. You don't slice a man's throat. If you want to get good with me, don't slice my throat open. I mean, I may be undead, and I cannot bleed, but still, it's just not civilized. That's not a way you go about greeting people. I mean, apparently I kicked that person all the way down there. You know what? With all these slicing of throats, I think it's really time for me to have a nap, really. So, I will see you next time. So, take care of yourselves. And, well, yeah, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.